Carolina, Alabama, Mississippi, on the North Carolina.
A sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers playing against the Denver Nuggets. Looking at Denver, they've only come out in front in one of their first 3 games so far, so a win tonight will be important to them, to be at 500 instead of 3 games under. Well, the last few years a bit uncertain for the Nuggets. Went from being a top team to a cellar dweller, and it didn't take long. Kenny, it became clear last year they have some work to do.
Yes, a lot of work, but they started with the draft, Emmanuel Mudiay. Great pickup. Looks like he's going to be a great young talent. Haven't made long-term mistakes, but they have to get some more roster flexibility and do some more things to really make this team a contender in the West.
They got a new coach, Malone. He knows how to get teams to play defense. Defense was their biggest problem last year, so it's definitely going to be a focus. I think Coach Malone is the guy to get these guys to play some defense.
Kevin Harlan's got the call, and we will see you later.
And now your Los Angeles Lakers starting lineup. At power forward, standing 6'8", number 2, Brandon Banks. At center, standing 7'2", number 17, Roy Hill. At point guard, standing 6'5", number 1, D'Angelo Russell. At the other guard position, standing 6'1", number 23, Lou Williams. At guard was number 24, 6'6" from Low-Berry High School, Kobe Bryant. Your home team head coach is Byron Scott.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you all the action. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. This game marks the end of this stretch at home for the Lakers. Back on the road tomorrow and going against Denver, their first meeting of the season. They were dominated last year, not a good matchup for them, going 1-3 in the season series.
Yeah, and they lost the season series to this squad last time around. Maybe a little extra motivation tonight to show they've improved.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. 2 teams in the bottom half of the conference as far as respect goes. They're both scratching and clawing to try to get a little more of that respect.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So on the floor for Denver, Faried and Nurkic in the middle. Mudiay out there with Will Barton, and it's Chandler in at the 3 slot.
And Kevin, the knack for the offensive rebound are a big part of what makes this guy special.
Not to mention, Greg, his ability to finish with strength just like that.
Yeah, he's an invaluable asset for them to have. No question about it.
The Lakers on D. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at them.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now, here is Russell. He had 10 points in the win against Dallas. And here's Mudiay. They get a hand on it. Now the Lakers on the break. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Lakers shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. 2 straight seasons of no playoffs for the Lakers after last year's miss. Not what they were hoping for.
It's going to be a growing process, Kevin. I mean, they had a young team and an injured superstar in Kobe both years. Hard to make the playoffs in that situation.
And guys, for the Lakers, you'd have to go back almost 40 years to find a time when the Lakers missed the postseason in back-to-back years. Fortunately for them, they won 2 titles in the next 6 years after that.
Now here's Moutier, Faried, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
And it's doubtful that the Lakers will win multiple titles in the coming years unless something drastic happens. Still, this is a franchise committed to success, and they'll do whatever it takes to get back into the postseason.
And, you know, guys, a high-energy post player like Kenneth Faried excels at doing the dirty work. As a matter of fact, he's nicknamed the Manimal for good reason. Very few players in the league possess this combination of energy and aggressiveness.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Talking about Faried, a rebounder extraordinaire. His explosiveness, long arms, and huge hands help him compensate for his relative lack of size.
And he has that exceptional shot blocker instincts. I mean, the timing's there. He'll also steal the ball from you. The question now becomes, will he always be that role, effort, energy player, or will he develop eventually the offensive skills needed to see him reach the next level?
Here's Moutier following the basket by Kobe Bryant. Chandler's shot, good.
He can be a weapon if he gets going early from long range.
Bryant against Chandler. Here's Russell, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Russell's got his first bucket of the night.
4 straight makes out of the gate. That's a sweet start.
Now let's find out what head coach Mike Malone had to say to Doris Burke. Doris?
We discussed their defensive strategy going up against Kobe Bryant. He said, well, he probably has the best footwork of any player in the game. You can't give him any room in his jump shot, but when he's got all those fakes, it's so tough. Guys, he said he knows Kobe is going to get his points. They just want to try to limit his efficiency out there. Guess we'll see how they do.
All right, Doris. Here is Williams following the basket by Emmanuel Moutier. Misses from close range.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Faried goes in. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Williams, a screen on Chandler. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Randall's checked in for Bass. Brown comes in for Kobe. Nick Young's checked in for Williams. And it's Clarkson in for Russell. The Nuggets missed the postseason again last year. Never really had a good look at it and just fell in back of the pack.
And it's the second straight year of not playing playoff basketball in Denver. This coming on the heels of 10 straight bursts between 04 and 13.
Young's shot is off. Last outing for Denver, they won that game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
And Kevin, you know, they showed how important it is to have a strong bench. I mean, when you are on the road, that depth is vital. I think they really utilized the second unit to extend their offensive assault and just really wore down their opponent.
And guys, I think what you saw from them throughout the game was teamwork. This is a team. Regardless of who was out there on the floor at any given time, they got it done. And that has to make you feel good as a group.
Lakers working the ball around now. 6 on the shot clock. Now, here's Clarkson. Guarded by Nelson. The shot by Clarkson, no good.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
1:11 left here in the first quarter. Nelson, no one around him. And the three ball is good.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Laker girls.
Well, let's look back to last year's Nuggets while we've got a moment here, Kevin. 4th and second chance points, 7th in rebounding. And also, they were in the top 10 when it came to fast break points. I mean, they weren't afraid to play the game at a fast pace and run a little bit.
And just go revisit those numbers in terms of second chance points. That was elite, and they weren't shy about sticking their nose in there and going after the ball.
And the Lakers making a change here. Black's checked in. Clarkson kicks to Randall. The kick out to Brown. Passes it to Randall. Now, here's Clarkson. He's tightly guarded. That's good.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
Nelson kicks to Gallinari. Unloads from 13. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Gallinari's got his first basket of the night. 26 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Clarkson with the ball. They set the pick. Here's Young, and he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Here's Nelson. He kicks to Gallinari. Some solid defense from Brown. And so, lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Nuggets lead by 3. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
It's all about the depth, really. The bench has been the difference. The bench play really has separated these two teams.
Yeah, it's been a huge advantage for them. That bench has really made a nice contribution.
Denver leading by 3.
And, you know, Denver was not that good against the West last season, but they weren't as bad as you would have thought. Managed to get 19 wins against the rest of the conference, and we know how tough the West is, so that's not shabby.
They've got Kobe. Russell is out there with Clarkson. Then there's Robert Sacre, and it's Black in at the 4. That's the Laker 5. Here's Russell, following the basket by Kenneth Faried. Outside Russell. They set the pick. The pass to Sacre, shoots off the screen, and it's Denver with the rebound. Well, and last year for the Nuggets, they were really searching, and they finished 12th in the Western Conference. Greg, they were 30-52.
You know, not a great place to be.
No,
let's face it. I mean, Kevin, Denver never really had a shot at the postseason, but weren't good enough to land a high draft pick either. And a brief check of the stats for Bryant. A very nice season for him last year. Last season, how about 22 points per, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. And with his great passing, he's been a catalyst for their offense, often seeing plays even before they materialize.
For sure. Great anticipation. Peripheral vision is there. Natural talent as well. Really shining through.
The Nuggets leading by 5. Here's Gallinari. The rebound by Sacre.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim. Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Here's Moutier after D'Angelo Russell's bucket. Screen by Faried. Kicks it to Hickson. Dishes it to Moutier. Back to Hickson. Ball stolen. And they're on the break. Here's Bryant. Can't get it to go. Now Denver takes it the other way. The feed to Gallinari. And it's Gallinari again missing. Lakers trail by 3. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Sacre. Black the pass to Kobe. 6 on the shot clock. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Gallinari against Bryant. Screen by Faried. Here's Gallinari. Nice teamwork to set up the pick play and make the space for the J.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Really was a slow start for Gallinari last season. Took him a while to get back to speed after missing all of the 2013-14 season with that torn ACL.
Now here's Moutier. Now here is Gallinari. The layup missed.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Pass to Russell. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. To the inside, here's Black. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment. Yeah, saw some things that just weren't working for them and wants to make some adjustments.
Yeah, and no reason to wait around to do that, Greg. I mean, might as well make those adjustments right away.
Look at the stats for Faried. Good season for him last year. 15th in field goal percentage. And he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
And as you said, one of the more efficient scorers in the league last year. He showed great shot selection and more often than not sent it home.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. With the break in the action, let's show you the teams with the most second chance points last year. Fourth, the Nuggets. The Lakers in fifth.
So many second chance opportunities for both of these clubs a season ago, and they really took advantage.
The Lakers trail. On occasions last year, the Lakers were all right on offense. Other times, they were just stagnant. There was just no motion, nothing going on.
That's a great point. And their ball movement could use some work. A lot of ISOs last season, and it killed a lot of the flow the team had in the half court.
Here is Nelson, following the score by Lou Williams. Nelson dishes to Nurkic. Screen by Nurkic. Here's Foy. And so he draws the foul on the shot. Trip to the line to shoot two.
You know, for the Lakers, they were okay in the assist department, guys, but they were dead last in the league in secondary assists. That, to me, is indicative of an inefficient offense and also a new stat category.
And for the Lakers and that secondary assist stat, that just means they aren't making the extra pass, or it means they are holding on to the ball too long. Either way, it hurts the offense.
And he's good on the second. And Yusuf Nurkic, really a big, good-looking young prospect. He's the guy that took Mozgov's place in Denver.
Yeah, originally, Kevin, drafted by the Bulls at number 16, then traded to Denver, as you indicated. His sheer size alone, 7 feet, 280. That makes him a force on the glass.
Here's Foy, following the score by Lou Williams. And Foy kicks to Nurkic. Now, here is Foy, defended by Young. Shot clock at 5. Lets it go from the wing, and Hibbert with the block. On the wing, Williams. Another shot. Hibbert gets the bucket. Hibbert's got 5 points so far. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Lakers.
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
Count it, and the Laker lead has been cut down to 1 on the bucket from Foy.
And getting back to Nurkic, what makes him an intriguing prospect beyond his size is his exceptional balance. I mean, his excellent footwork makes him really effective in the pick and roll. He also possesses great lateral speed and quick hands for a big man.
Chandler kicks to Nelson. Williams with the block. And now here comes Williams leading the break. It's deflected, and that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession.
Brandon Bass. Jordan Clarkson.
There's 14 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Bass with the screen. Clarkson passes to Young. 4 seconds left. The shot is off.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Lakers ahead, up by 1. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Yes, guys, I've got Jameer Nelson. And Jameer, what's going to be the focus of the second half?
Keeping the ball in our hands and making decisions that gets us good shots. I think when we do that, we shoot a high percentage, as you can see. The games that in the half that we are bad is when we turn the ball over a lot.
Jameer, thank you. Guys, looking to cut down those turnovers.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of quarter number 3.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action for you. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. The biggest lead of the quarter was only 3 points as they traded baskets back and forth. The second quarter was a strong effort for them as they continued to battle, and they were able to close out the half in a good position. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, they called the right plays, and then they executed. Great job in the first half. That's why they were so efficient, and they shot so accurately. The defense threw a number of different looks at them, but they were always prepared because they were cool, calm, and efficient.
And you, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
Well, it was a huge first half for their bench, a.k.a. the others, played pretty good. When you get a boost like this, it always gives a team a lift. And given how well the others are contributing, we'll probably continue to see more minutes for them in the second half. Starters or not, when players are producing, you gotta ride them, cowboy.
Just about time for the third quarter to get underway, and we'll see you again at the Horn.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Kobe Bryant really making a difference here.
And his play in that first half, how about the discipline to go along with the efficiency, guys? His shot selection was just perfect.
I agree. I mean, whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense is giving him and not trying to do too much. Very much playing within himself.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. Faried and Nurkic in the middle. Moutier out there with Will Barton. And it's Chandler in at the small forward. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, there have already been 5 lead changes, but nobody taking control of it.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well. I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Denver passing it around. Here's Barton. The shot will not go. Great D that time from Hibbert.
And the one thing you can typically count on from Roy Hibbert is great rim protection. Last year, he dipped a little, down to 1.5 blocks a game from over 2 the year before, but shooters still had to account for him every time they drove to the rim.
Here's Barton. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. He dishes it to Faried. Count the bucket. And the Nuggets lead by 1.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same.
Now here's Williams. Bass with the screen. Russell dishes to Bass. And it's Denver with the rebound.
And even though he missed that, you have to take those shots when you get the opportunity.
Exactly. They don't come much better or easier than that.
Here's Moutier. They set the pick. Makes it off the glass. And now it's a 3-point Denver lead.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
And the Lakers with another miss.
It has not been an ideal start to the second half. They've missed 3 of their first 4.
He feeds it to Nurkic. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Robert Sacre, he's checked in for Hibbert. And Randall subbed in for Brandon Bass. Denver also making some changes. J.J. Hickson, he's checked in for Nurkic. And it's Gallinari in for Wilson Chandler. Now, here is Russell. Fires from 14. Kobe, no good. Well, the defense is what did the Lakers season in last year, but their offense struggled at times as well, Clark. They just couldn't count on things night to night.
Well, they were near the bottom of the league in most offensive categories, Kevin. Bottom 5 in field goal percentage and three-point percentage. The efficiency just wasn't there.
And with the Lakers and their lack of offense, sometimes teams can hide that by playing good defense, but the Lakers just really didn't have either. A lot of things working against them this past season.
You know, the Lakers often would get in trouble with slow starts to games because of their offense. I mean, at least they forced a league-high 9 overtime games, going 6-3 in those contests, so the offense seemed to come alive late in games.
Clarkson, he's checked in for Lou Williams. Good on both. Denver with a tough year last season. A lot of losses for them on the road as they would go, Clark, only 11-30 away from the Mile High City.
Yeah, and Kevin, they ended the season on a 5-game road losing streak as well. I mean, they had mostly given up at that point as they had tried to develop young players, and it just kind of blew up on them down the stretch.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. To the right side. Here's Barton. He's guarded by Russell. Shoots from the elbow. Here's Hickson. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Hickson's got the lead up to 7 now for Denver.
A big problem for the Nuggets last year is that they just couldn't hit shots away from home. I mean, they finished in the bottom 5 in terms of field goal percentage on the road.
Now here's Kobe. 10 points for him. And Faried sends it back. Randall with the bucket. There's 1:54 left in the third.
Hey, I've got one more note on the Nuggets and the road. I mean, when you shoot as poorly as they did, as you mentioned, you start to lose some confidence and second-guess things. It's a lot harder to fight through shooting slumps like that in somebody else's building, no doubt. You know, Kenneth Faried was named to the NBA All-Rookie First Team 4 years ago. Took the league by storm with his energy and hustle. Looked like the sky was the limit for him, but every year since then, his numbers have looked very similar. And a look here at how the Lakers ranked in the NBA last season. 5th in fewest turnovers per game. 5th in second chance points. And they were in the top half of the league in team rebounding as well. I think that speaks to the fact that this team aggressively goes after the basketball at every position.
Yeah, and the stat I look to, though, is the low turnovers. They did such a great job of limiting their mistakes, really maximizing their opportunities offensively.
Young's checked in for the Lakers. Here's Nelson. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Nelson's got 5. Getting back to Faried, the numbers through last season tell a very interesting story. His field goal percentage has gone down every year, while his free throw percentage has gone up every year.
Yeah, his rebounds, assists, steals, block numbers have all stayed relatively flat. You know, he's making a positive contribution, but maybe not at the level of that contract extension he signed back in 14.
Gallinari with it. He's picked up by Russell. Screen by Faried. And Voigt kicks to Hickson. Can't make good off the screen.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Now, here is Nelson. That's good. And that's now 11 points for Kenneth Faried.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Young passes to Clarkson. Outside, Russell. There's the dish to Clarkson. 6 to shoot. The shot is off. Good D by Nelson.
You know what? His finishing ability, not really at the level that you would expect from a pro, but he's going to have to start playing with more force.
Screen by Faried. Gallinari dishes to Nelson. Here's Faried. Missed. The third quarter comes to a close. Nuggets lead by 7. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. So it's the Lakers now. They trail by 7. So it's off to Brooklyn after this game as they have the Nets to look forward to. They hit the road with that, the first of a 5-game run. Lewis Williams out there with Clarkson. Then it's Roy Hibbert. Then it's Brandon Bass. And it's Kobe in at the 3. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. 4 on the clock. And there's the foul. It's on Brandon Bass. That's his first foul. Denver with the ball. Now Moutier, pass to Gallinari. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Gallinari's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Nuggets. Lakers trail by 9. And Bryant kicks to Hibbert. Hibbert with the screen. And here's Clarkson. Shot clock at 6. Fires from 18. And right on target. Good. Fourth quarter still young. Just over a minute play. Screen by Nurkic. Here's Moutier. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Ladies and gentlemen, yo, Laker girls!
Catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Byron Scott coaching his team during the break. He didn't exactly take it easy on them, saying, "How much do you want it? Don't tell me. Show me out there. We have to play better. We have to play harder if we're going to come back." Guys?
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Right side, Williams. Six to shoot. Rebound by Nurkic.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
Moutier kicks to Gallinari. Shot from 12. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. And now it's an 11-point Nugget lead. The kick out to Williams. Again, Williams missing.
The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, just totally out of sync. I mean, you can just see it in the numbers. Nothing going down for him right now.
That's good.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
Now here's Kobe. Shot from free throw range. Los Angeles with another miss.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Moutier kicks to Nurkic. They set the screen. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
Kenneth Faried, he's checked in for Gallinari. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Clarkson with the ball. Now here's Bryant. Bass with the screen. Shot is good, and the Nugget lead is cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Kobe.
Just a positive force right now for these guys, and though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Now here's Moutier, and stolen by Williams. Feeds it to Clarkson. And good as it rattles through the hoop. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Out to the right wing. Moutier kicks to Barton. Williams with the steal. Passes it to Clarkson. Here's Bass. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
A sloppy D there. You can't let him get the ball in his hands down there.
Extremely untidy on the defensive end. I mean, when he gets it in that close, that's an easy bucket.
Moutier kicks to Barton. Screen by Nurkic. Off the pick. Barton, no luck. Lakers trail by 7. The pass to Kobe. Here's Hibbert. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Denver.
When they've had a chance to attack the basket at any point in this game, they've taken advantage.
Something we've also seen them doing tonight is getting the long ball to go down. Big points from outside.
Russell, he's checked in for Jordan Clarkson. And Hibbert hits them both.
And great work at the line there to chip away at the lead. A few more productive trips here, and things could really get interesting. Just not happy with how his team is playing, and they just have been on the wrong side of this run.
Yeah, and you know what, Greg? Sometimes just a pause in the action, which is what a timeout can give you, is enough to change things around.
There's 1:34 left in the fourth. Here's Moutier, and that time also a missed shot.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
Ladies and gentlemen, go Laker girls!
We've got 1:23 left to play here in the fourth. And he banks in the layup.
Yeah, you can see the defense broke down there, allowing him to get all the way to the hoop.
All right, students, look who's coming to the court. Come on and get loud for your Laker girls.
We've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter of this one.
And nothing fancy really about that play. That's just good old-fashioned hard-nosed basketball to get that one.
Chandler outside. Here's Barton. He's guarded by Williams. Roy Hibbert with the rebound. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 10-2 run here.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Kicks it to Moutier. Dishes it to Nurkic. Faried trying to get open, and that one's good. And the Nuggets lead by 7.
And really, I like the fact that even with the big lead, they never coasted.
To me, that's a sign of a really good team, Greg, because you should always be playing against the game and yourself. I know there's an opponent out there, but when you have a lead, it's all about continuing to execute. Do what you do and stay true to that. And I like that aggressiveness and full speed ahead kind of attack that they have.
And the Lakers making a change here. Clarkson's checked in. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. On the wing, Bryant. He kicks to Hibbert. Shot from 12. Sinks it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. And they go to the intentional foul.
That's his second personal foul.
23 seconds left in the game. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
That's his first personal foul. At the line for the Lakers, Emmanuel Mudiay. 2 shots.
Shoot 'em 2. Shoot 'em 2.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. So he comes up empty at the line. And here are the Lakers. They're on a 12-4 run. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring them to within 3.
And all of a sudden, that great run makes this a ball game again. And now is no time to take your foot off the gas. They have got to stay aggressive.
And, Greg, I think they will. I mean, they're close enough to taste it. So they're going to keep that pressure on and keep coming at it.
It's the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
Well, it's urgent time right now. This is when they got to come up big.
Yeah, you got to get points here. I mean, there's no way you can get around it. You've got to be able to get baskets here in a short period of time.
Buries it. And that shot brings them to within just one.
And when they desperately needed to get things turned around, they were able to rally and get back into it.
And, Greg, it was really their defense just as much as their offense that served as the real catalyst. And I think it allowed them to put that run together.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but, Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Absolutely massive free throws. That'll force them into a three-point attempt.
A three-pointer would be huge right now.
Boy, a chance to tie it up with the game on the line. This is what we live for. I want to see what happens right here.
And so it's Denver who comes out on top here. this win such a tremendous emotional boost for him?
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And we send you now over to Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thanks, Kevin, and let's take a look now as we give the nod to our Jordan Player of the Game.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.